I released my ideas in terms of a manifesto some weeks ago on the issue of jobs and skills. A lot of people have liked it, but some have really labeled me. Some have said that I am a skeptic, I am a cynic, I am a maverick, I am an evangelist. So there has been positive, negative, neutral labels of all kinds, and I don't really believe in labels. So it does not matter, but essentially the point is all the things that I mentioned are doable ideas. It's not about incremental improvement. It is more about things that you definitely do, and it's something that if you ask me, I can do it. I mean, I don't say anything now which I cannot do it because essentially there's too many people who say stuff which I cannot do. So I stick to what I can do and only say stuff which I can implement on the ground. So that's the important point on the manifesto. One thing that people that we're getting now is the basic income thing, universal basic income, and it's called parties are now in the country trying to get some form of that rolling out if they get elected. I think my idea is very clear right now. India is not ready for a basic income as of now. Of course. So let me go a bit back on why is the idea of universal basic income there, right? In this particular era. So it's the common thought, the common point of thinking is that see, automation is happening at an extremely fast pace, right? When automation happens, people lose jobs, right? They lose jobs, then we need to give something to them which ensure that they can fight back in the labor market, right? Where they can use their skills and use their creativity. That's why a pad of some kind of income would ensure that they do not, that they can sustain through times and go ahead and find the talent and find the skills for a job. The Nyuntam Aaay is extremely ill-devised. It is not well taught. In fact, as I grow older, as I read more, as I learn more, my regard for economists who think on Indian policy issues has gone down drastically. I think they just, for the sake of I don't know why, but they just propose anything that comes to their mind without thinking too much, right? And that's disappointing. I think someone said your heroes will let you down, and this is where I believe that it's true. I think Nyuntam Aaay is one scheme where if economists have thought about it, I think they've done a pretty shabby job, and they should say, come on, let's try and do justification with our professions, right? I mean, whatever comes to your mind, that's a poor way of thinking. Let me explain to you what is the problem. So, does Nyuntam Aaay increase the prospect of somebody looking for a job? Does Nyuntam Aaay give him a chance that please go ahead, now go ahead and try and start a business? Does it spur him to do that? So, I think anything that thinks that youth depends upon doles, their basic talents, their basic capabilities do not shine through the program. Those are bad programs, because what India has is this huge number of people who actually can make a difference with talents are channelized well. And I think time is gone for dole programs. When anyone talks about UBI in the Western countries, it's mostly because they say that automation will take 1/3 of jobs. We want to ensure and give you a way that you can fight back automation. And then there's nothing called poverty and non-poverty and rich and all this stuff in UBI, right? So when you say we fight poverty with UBI, that's a stupid argument, and we should close it there itself. Let's not. It won't work. It won't work because India is a very different country. The culture is very different. We are a very different kind of society in terms of initiatives, in terms of what we do, in terms of social norms. So I'm not giving you a judgmental view of UBI. I'm just saying that the purpose of it's not a poverty eradication tool. UBI is not a poverty eradication tool. It is a tool to ensure young people can fight automation and do much more better things what the potential really is. So that's a take on this particular thing of the manifesto. One thing that I really wanted to talk about is the fact that in terms of jobs, there's one thought of Narega. Someone said to me, Narega is a job creation scheme, and the moment someone said that to me, I said, I can't meet him or her again. Right? It's a poor idea. Narega is not a job creation scheme. It's a way of ensuring that you give something and find a way of just saying, okay, this is something that you can do. It is not something which will spur for lifelong employment, right? Of course, it builds public infrastructure, but it's an old school of 1930s that happened. So, when look at this dichotomy, right? You have great Narega, you have the same pool of people who will get to this UBI. So why will people then do Narega, right? So that's there's a policy cannibalism. In marketing, you say your product cannibalizes the other, right? So here it is cannibalism of a different form. So the target audience of Narega, the target audience of Nyuntam Aaay, the target audience of any other scheme like PDS and all, they're all same, right? And so how do you match up and ensure that it's not duplicity of benefits? And also I think I don't know which ism this falls into, but the whole idea of I will take care of your life, you do nothing, have a great time, have fun. This is something that I think is not a way to move forward in the country, right? And also, by the way, the manifesto also says that the Narega will be increased from 100 hours to 150 hours. So when you increase Narega, when you have Nyuntam Aaay, who will work, right? Essentially what will happen is I fear that the skill ecosystem in the country will further go down. Because when the entry level salaries, people don't want to work, right? People would not want to work because we already have a problem where we don't have farm laborers in agriculture producing states like Punjab, because they already have Narega back at home or something of that kind, right? So they don't want to leave their families and go to a place where they're earning very little money, right? So we'll have further depletion of the workforce because they'll be in their home, right? They won't leave their hometown. So when there is scarcity of labor, the price will go up, right? So incoming wages will be high, right? Companies will have a much more higher crunch of people coming in. And when that happens, what exactly will happen is who will come for skill development programs, right? When you're having good money, doing nothing, and why would people want to be trained, right? Because the outgoing salary for almost this is not great, right? It's not something that okay, skill development programs have a salary of like 15k, 30k, 50k, whatever, right? And then you have this program which does not give you that kind of a benefit. The marginal benefit of a UBI, of a Nyuntam Aaay and the skill program is almost the same, right? So I fear that this will further deteriorate all the efforts of making India a skilled nation. We need to think that policy prescriptions do not eat each other, right? Whatever we do, practice should be the idea. So I think what will happen more than this, I think my fear is that this will lead to a race to the bottom thing because when you promise somebody 10k, somebody else wants to be much more popular. This promise 20k, and where does it stop? Nothing, right? What you will promise is any youth coming out of any college will ensure that he will be market ready. How do you do it? You would say compulsory. You'll have compulsory part-time work experience. We will provision for that, which is a great thing. I think the whole idea of apprenticeships, whole idea of working on projects in colleges, those are great stuff. That is the kind of thing we should do. So we are on a very, very flimsy track. I think I'm very sure I'm not confident on the fiscal, where did the money come from, right? The fiscal angle of this thing. Because that's not it's too premature and exercise to do it. But the point is, uh, the tax base will go smaller instead of thinking that, okay, get more people to jobs so they can pay much more taxes. How do you formalize the Indian economy? Those are stuff that the country needs. And our focus is our thought process generally, just to ensure that people catch on to the idea, is more on doling out. Doling out does not work. Young people want jobs. They want jobs that they can use the skills in. They want the skills to improve. They want to be the best in the world. And anyone who thinks that will ensure that people live in government aids is aggressive thinking and should not go ahead and do that. This is something that I'm extremely clear about. I think Nyuntam Aaay in the country will not work as in the current way. Obviously they put in some clauses here and there and make it much more different. It will. So that's what I think on this issue. I hope. Well, if you disagree or agree to it, let me know. I think we need to have a fair conversation beyond the hype and the hoopla. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great time.